and welcome to my YouTube channel, Kate May, Modern Day Mystic. Thank you for joining me for this Taurus full moon vlog. I'm going to read to you what I have wrote and then we're going to have a look at the cards. Now, I'm a Taurus, so this connects super good to me. So if you're a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo, you'll probably find it's really comfortable, although the changes still might be a bit edgy. Other signs, water signs might find it's okay, but other signs may feel it's a bit more challenging than the others. But go with it, because some amazing things are going to be happening. So, full moon in Taurus this Friday the 19th. And we have a partial full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. So this is the first Taurus eclipse since 2014. So you may want to think back to 2013, 2014 and what changes happened in your life then. This doesn't mean that the same things will happen, but what lessons you are building from that since the last Taurus eclipse. Eclipse sees the opening to a new eclipse cycle representing transformation and turning points. Destiny and fate of events for our own personal and worldly growth and evolution. A great time to bring closure to things in our lives that no longer serve. A chapter has ended or is ending and a new one is ready to begin. So with every full moon, we look at what no longer serves us, what we need to let go of, and what is illuminating upon us, now shining something that will come to light. Being in Taurus, we are looking at our values, our finance, and depending on what house the moon and Taurus sit in within your chart, that is the area of most importance or where the priorities will lay now. So as we enter the full moon, Friday, your focus may be on your material needs, your values, your possessions, your finances, also your health. Taurus rules money, second house in astrology. So this is a fab time for organising your finances and resources. Look at how resourceful you can be. Where does the moon shine its influence now? Start by looking over your budgets and planning your security, but also those new purchases you may have had your eye on. Remember though, it's all about being sensible with that Taurian influence. Taking control of your finances will allow you to feel more secure, and the influence is just right for that planetary assistance now in your life. So you can do this at any time, but when you've got particular moon, the moon's energy is almost like it's supporting you, it's comforting you, it's giving you the thumbs up. So you might be looking at your health, especially if you've been overindulging recently. With the festivities coming up, you might want to get a little bit more in shape. Perhaps you've fallen off the exercise wagon, so now would be a really good time to get back on it. Be accountable for your actions and do something about it. This is also a good time to think about what is at your core, your beliefs and your values. What makes you really tick and what doesn't? What's important to you? Where is your heart? What is going to make you content and rich in your life? It doesn't have to be money, does it have to be, it can be other comforts, family, your health, it could be anything. What's going to make you feel comfortable and rich in your life? Remember with all this though to stay grounded. Taurus is very grounding energy. So you could be looking at yourself and thinking, do I need to just chill a bit more? Do I need to just hold fire? With this eclipse energy coming in, it's a bit scatty, so you might be feeling that you are all over the show. You might be feeling you're chasing your tail at the moment and you don't know if you're coming or going. So you could just take 5. This is a great time to just breathe, take 5 and reset. This is a reset weekend. Look after yourself though. Look at where you've been perhaps obsessing about something, perhaps overeating, perhaps overprotective, perhaps over stubborn. Look at things that you've been doing something over in an unhealthy way. They are all typical Taurus traits there. But don't beat yourself up though. This is a time of realization and nurturing, not battling or bullying yourself. Just become aware of it. And if it has gone a step too far, perhaps pay attention and find out your own insecurities and needs and find out your way of being kinder to yourself in these situations. The positive influence of this fabulous Taurus full moon is that you can pamper yourself to your heart's content. Taurus love being sensual. They love gorgeous things. They have no problem indulging in beautiful ways that make them feel super special and tactile things. So things that just, bubble baths, lovely, wrapping yourself up in a lovely fabric there, putting on some makeup, doing your nails, your hair, anything that's got a real good feel and makes you feel fabulous really there. That's all Taurian traits. Taurus are ruled by Venus, so this is where the beauty aspect comes in. This is where the love side of things and the love of doing things, and this is where we tend to have an overkill on it. Whatever we do, we tend to do it loads because of that passion that we have with it. But do take a little bit of a note into the Taurus and do treat yourself a little. Spending time in nature, reconnecting to Mother Earth and snuggling up with your loved ones, all fabulous ways to enjoy this full moon. So with this full moon, like I said, we also have an eclipse. So this lets you know that there is a great shift coming, leading through to a breakthrough. If you're feeling restless and impatient, don't worry. The energy is very powerful, but it is beneficial in the long run. Also known as the blue moon, helping you to release negative blocks and raising your vibrations. Being opposite Scorpio, you could be looking at getting a better balance with your emotional and your practical side. As with most full moons, emotions run high, but you can control that or let things go with that practical side of Taurus. Now, I am a typical Taurus. And as I write this, I know that so many things there that I can relate to. So this is a positive time, and although it might feel a bit jarring, it really will get settled there. There will be peace and more of a controlled, harmonious nature coming, I promise. Earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and plus the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces will find this a little bit easier, while the other signs might find it a bit challenging. That's my cat there. I like to do things on my altar connected to the full moons and the new moons cycles. I think it's very personal what you put on. But you could have things that connect to Taurus, so perhaps a sign of the bull. You could have a green candle, tarot cards, so you could have the Hierophant, you could have the King or the Queen of Pentacles there that relate to Taurus. You could have crystals in rose quartz, you could have jade, green aventurine there connected to May, the birthstone. So, and some personal items, things that represent your values and your family there. Maybe if you are going on a diet, you might want to find a picture where you were looking at your best and pop that up to remind you that you can do it there. If you want to get your finances sorted, perhaps get some pyrite, perhaps get some money influences out on the altar to remind you to be perhaps cautious with your pennies and stable, to bring security in. So have a think about what it is that you want to bring about, what it is that you want to activate, what it is that you want to release. Maybe you want to write something down on some paper and have that on your altar there. And as it comes over to the full moon, you can release it. You can go outside and release it in your own way. So the tarot card connected to Taurus is the Hierophant. Some decks it's the Pope. So this card represents conforming, following a particular belief system, not rocking the boat. So it contradicts the changes that we're going to be going through, but don't worry because order will be resumed there. Anything to do with order on groups or communities, particularly those with a religious or spiritual nature, will be comfortable right now. A feeling of finding yourself within a group, a feeling of belonging there. The Hierophant also suggests rules and regulations and traditions are important. And it's funny that we have this now as we come into Thanksgiving and the Christmas time with the traditional things that happen around there. So you may find, especially after last year's craziness, you might find actually you want to do a few more traditions or you want to create some traditions. You just want to be normal, whatever that is there. So let's have a look at the Taurus full moon tarot spread. So the first, you can book this yourself. You can message me if you want to book this for you, or you can try it out yourself. So the first question to ask, the full moon energy around us now. What is the full moon energy around? Perfect, the Six of Swords. Moving into calmer water. Now we did this on Cards and Cocktail a few months ago. The Six of Wands is a card where you are having to go through some transition, having to go through some change, and it might be uncomfortable, and you might find that it's at some cost, but it will be better. So this card, the energy now is, yes, we might have to go through a difficult patch, but we're going to move into calmer water. There is a transition, there is a change about, and although we might not be able to see exactly where we're heading, we're going to be heading into something better. How can you be less stubborn? This card, we have the Ace of, I have to work it out because I think these are new cards. I believe this to be the Ace of Wands. I'm going to go for the Ace of Wands there. How can you be less stubborn? So the Ace of Wands is a go for it card. It says, do you know what? If you want something in life, you've got to just go for it. It's a yes card. So how can you be less stubborn? You can cut your nose off to spite your face sometimes, can't you? That's a true Taurian trait. We can be like, no, I'm not going to need any help. No, I'm not going to want that. No, I'm absolutely perfectly fine. But actually, we're going to end up blocking things. So be less stubborn. Just say yes to everything. Just be open. Start creating new things. Start thinking about, actually, how can I be less stubborn? What am I cutting my nose to spite my face there? What am I doing that's blocking me enjoying some new opportunities there? How can you feel more secure? Here we have the King of Swords. How can you feel more secure? So the King of Swords actually asks you to be logical. He asks you to take any emotions and put them to one side so that you can think logically. You can think with your head rather than your heart. So actually think about what it is. He also asks you to detach yourself from things. So there may be some situations around you that you've been attached to because you're used to it, but actually it's not giving you the security that you need. So really let go of what doesn't make you more secure. Use your head. You could be looking at getting some help or some advice, perhaps some counselling, perhaps from somebody in the know, perhaps a consultant there, and somebody who's going to be able to help you, give you that security that you don't need to worry about anything. He can help and support you. So look out for a logical, kind man there. Best ways to indulge your life. Ooh, interesting. Two of Cups, best ways to indulge your life with other people. Bringing two people together, harmony. So coming together with friends, coming together with loved ones. Bringing things in that are going to help you. I've just read that I missed one, so I'll go back to that in a minute, but never mind. Best way to indulge your life. Yeah, the Two of Cups. So enjoying company, enjoying harmony, coming together. If you've had a bit of a spat with somebody, come back together. That's going to help you. But also you're going out with your loved one, going out with a friend, indulging perhaps in some drinkies there, as you can see, having a bit of emotional fun in your life. The one that I missed, transformations to welcome. There, ooh, wise counsel. Transformations to welcome. Now this will come under the Hierophant. So transformations to welcome very much on a spiritual level. So spiritual growth, spiritual alignment, awakenings coming all around. And understanding where you feel connected, where you feel safe in a group, in a secure environment there. Okay, so open the door to new opportunities to do with groups, spiritual awakening. There's some huge shifts coming up here. Where do you need to be more practical now? Okay, interesting. Five of Swords. Where do you need to be more practical now? Wow, this card says, is it worth it? Can I be bothered? No. If you feel that people are taking the mick out of you, if you feel that people are stealing your energy, stealing your ideas and just really supporting themselves and not you, you need to be practical and think, do you know, I'm not being silly about this, I'm not being paranoid, I'm going to do something about it and move away. This card says, is it worth it? No, get out quick. A short-term loss is a long-term gain. So if you have been thinking, that person hasn't really got my back, and actually they're taking more from me than what I can actually give anymore, now it's going to be moving on. You need to make practical decisions now. You need to think, what is it giving you? What is it actually serving you to be in that situation? Are you serving others or are you serving yourself? What does your body need here? Ooh, we have here okay, so here we have the Ace of Wands. Now that will mean that the other one is the Ace of Coins. I'll come back to that then. That's the trouble when you get new cards and it isn't quite direct. I should have realised that though with the colour. Anyway, so what does your body need now? It needs a bit of fire in its belly. It needs perhaps some hot, spicy food. It needs some passion. It needs some action, exercise, action. It needs something that's going to get you off your feet and moving there. That's what it needs. It needs you to act your whatever it is that you want to be doing. So if it's diet, if it's healthy living, if it's exercise, whatever it is, you need to act on it. So let's just go back a step. It was, how can you be less stubborn? Still going to go with what I said because it is what it is. But if it was the Ace of Pentacles then, how can you be less stubborn? I wondered that with that picture, but it gave me a leaf. But then thinking about it, it's green, so it would be Earth. Anyway, how can you be less stubborn? With the Ace of Pentacles is indicating there that new opportunities in a practical way. Again, it's still the same vibe. Don't cut your nose to spite your face, but actually be practical about it. Don't be so stubborn that you're missing out Just be practical. And that's it. That was the last one. What does your body need? So there we go. So that is your Taurus spread. Full moon energy around you now. How can you be less stubborn? How can you feel more secure? Transformation to welcome. Best way to indulge your life. Where do you need to be more practical? And what does your body need right now? So if you want to try that out, let me know how you get on. If you get stuck, you can message me. Or if you want me to do that for you through an email, then just let me know. So enjoy the full moon, whatever you're going to do there. Enjoy the changes, embrace the changes, be kind on yourself, reboot this weekend, decharge, whatever that is, whatever that means. Chill out and then think, okay, practically, what can I achieve? Practically, what do I need to do? Finances, where am I at with my finances? Do you know where your money's at? Do you know what's in your bank? Do you know what's coming in and what's going out? This is what you need to be looking at. Do you have all the things around you that you need? Do you have all the things around you that perhaps you don't need? Maybe you need to get rid of a few things. Maybe you need to get rid of a few people. Think about everything there that's going on at the moment that really affects you and your values and your core, your stability and your security. Have a fabulous Taurus full moon, and I'll see you soon.